All right, so I'm waiting with my Rosso clay for 30 minutes. I'm going to keep it in for 30 minutes. And if I change my mind, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, I want to make my conditioner. Make my conditioner. Isn't conditioner already made? Well, I make my conditioner. Okay, so these are the ingredients. I have my honey, big thing of honey. It's apparently pure. I don't know how pure it is, but it's honey. I have my Manuka honey, which is a super duper duper food. And I got this product from Curly Proverbs. This is the Smooth as Silk Deeper Moisture Conditioner, which she talks about, which she's approved of, and it has ingredients that apparently are good for you. I focus on dance fitness and other things, so I cannot spend the time that she does in looking into products like she does. So thank God she's done it, because now I can piggyback on it and use it. And now I can pass it on to you, and we can all be there for one another. So this is what I'm using. Now, can you get your hands on this? I think at one point she did use this. I don't use this right now, but this is like a backup if I ever need it, because everywhere I look on YouTube, anybody that seems to have hair that is similar to mine, they're interested in the natural way of doing things, they seem to say great things about this. So this is my backup if I ever find myself in a place where I don't have any conditioner and I desperately need it, it's here. So if you think you'd rather have this, this is a cheaper way to have a conditioner, and it seems like it's something that is still good for your hair. Okay, so go ahead and get this one instead. But that's not what I've been using. As long as God has blessed me to be able to get this, I will get this. So here we go. And I think those are the only three things. Oh yes, I forgot. I do put back in the rose. I put some of this back in there, and I do put in the aloe vera powder. Okay, so, but my main ingredient is honey. Where did I get this? The Lord. I was praying to the Lord about my hair, and I encourage you to do the same, because all of us have very unique hair, similar to our fingerprints. Our hair is as unique as our fingerprints, especially hair like ours. We are mixed. We have all kinds of different cultures in our ancestry. So we need to ask the Lord, Lord, reveal to me, what should I do with my hair? These are the things I need. These are the things I want. Please help me, guide me, and He will do it. The little secret is you have to stop for a minute and listen after you pray. I don't think people realize that. So you do not receive because you do not ask, but you have to stop after you say a prayer, stay on your knees, don't get up so fast, and just listen. So I shared what I needed to the Lord. I cried out to Him. He overwhelmingly said honey. That's where I got honey from. Did not find it anywhere on YouTube. Turns out later, the Holy Spirit's always right. It is something that's suggested, and a lot of people use it on the internet and that I'm hearing about, but the Lord told me about it. So here we go. I'm going to put a generous amount into, there's some water in here, but this is conditioner. We're conditioning our hair, so it's okay to have water. I'm going to go ahead and pour a generous amount of this. That's why I bought such a big honey jar. I'm putting this over so you can see. I don't know how much you can see. This is an angle, so I don't know how much you can see of what I'm doing. Why is it that I think I'm going the wrong way. There you go. Is that better? Anyway, honey is being poured into this. Whether you see it or not, honey is being poured in. Okay, I'm putting a generous amount because this is my base. Sort of like the base oil for the growth oil was the coconut oil and the olive oil. Well, this base is my honey. I put food in my hair as my conditioner. Isn't that amazing? Okay, I think that's a good amount. This, I guess maybe it's a half a cup, I guess, if you need a measurement. Then I'm going to take a tablespoon of conditioner. I don't put a lot of conditioner. This is the conditioning stage of when I'm done with this Rosso clay, the 30 minutes I'm going to put it in. And I only use a tablespoon of this, maybe a little more, maybe 2 tablespoons. Y'all are talking. I still didn't turn off the phone. Anyway. Okay. This is 1. I don't really need a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and put another one since you guys are watching. Maybe a tablespoon and a half. Go ahead. So I'm not using a lot of this for this routine, but I do use it regularly on my in-between wash days. I do use it as my leave-in. I'm going to now go ahead and put a tablespoon of my aloe vera powder. Why not get on? Let's see if I can get a little closer so you can see better. Okay. All right, aloe vera powder. Let's see, should I put the spoon in there? I guess the powder will get on everything, so there we go. That's a lot. I don't want too much because I already have there. So here's, I think that would be considered a tablespoon. That's enough. And this is the rose powder. I believe Kelly Proverbs uses the rose water, which I don't use. About a tablespoon of that. Oh, my Manuka honey. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off here, off the spoon. Manuka honey, I learned about this from Shea Moisture products. I read my favorite one of the Shea Moisture line, and I was reading their ingredients. I was like, wow, what's in here? So I said, what's Manuka honey? That is a super duper food for your health. I'm just telling you now. It's expensive. It's from New Zealand. It's honey from New Zealand. Very expensive. So I don't know if everybody's interested in that, but it actually cures things in your body. Okay, but it's obviously good for your hair too. So I put like I guess 3/4 of a tablespoon in there. I take this before I go to bed sometimes with my tea to sleep. It's good for the stomach. Look up the properties of it. It's a super duper food, okay? Now, this is my mixture. Here's my mixture. You can see, I think you can see it, yeah. Don't want the honey to fall anywhere. And I'm gonna put a little warm water in there. Oh, it's already warm, just a little bit, just to give it something so it can really mix. Put a little water to mix it. I'm gonna make this into like a batter. It's gonna smell really good, by the way. And it's gonna be the other ones look like cake, but this is gonna smell like cake. And this is a lot. I think I did a lot this time. I don't know if it's because of you all watching that I wanna just show you the product or what, but can you see the consistency? Okay, that's the consistency of it. All right. I don't know if you can see it from here too. So there we go. I'm gonna stir it. While my hair is in its Russell clay, I'm making my conditioner. This is my conditioner. Now, before the conditioner step, that would be the step that you would do your strengthening. You would be doing either your henna, this is the henna that I have. You would do either a full henna, and I've said in my other videos, this is not a pure henna. It's mixed with some other wonderful herbs, some of which Kelly Proverbs has mentioned, and others, sometimes she does them, sometimes she doesn't. But a full henna treatment, I haven't done in a little while, but you put that in there, and it's very similar to everything else we've done. It's just that you don't put a lot of other things in there. You put mostly the henna, maybe a little bit of the rose powder, a little bit of the aloe vera powder, but you don't put oils because oils will take away the properties of the henna. So that's a full henna. Well, the next step after this Russell clay, once I rinsed it, you would do your strengthener. That's where I would do the strengthener. I'm not sure what others will do, but I had a hard time figuring out when I would do it, and that's when I think I would have done it, the henna. It's either the henna or the gloss that we made the other day. This gloss that we made the other day, what was left over from the oil that we separated, or the oil itself. So either one of those would be the next step to putting in your hair in my regimen when I'm deciding to do the strengthening. But I don't always do the strengthening step in every routine when I do my full routine. But so today I'm not going to do the strengthening because I did that oil all night yesterday. I don't feel like I need it right now. And you don't want to overdo stuff like that. Now, for someone who doesn't want to do full Ayurvedic, your strengthening could be your protein treatment. I believe I might be protein sensitive. Coconut oil is supposed to be good for strengthening, and there's other things out there. That would be when you would do your strengthening. After the Rasul clay and before your conditioning is where I would do it. Today, I am not going to do that, but just know that that's when you would do it, okay? All right, now that I have made my conditioner, I've made it, I am going to heat this up by putting it in a bowl with hot water, right? So I'm not sure if I've reached my 30 minutes with my hair or not, and maybe I'll change my mind and I won't do 30 minutes. I don't know. Remember, it's natural. We do what we want to do, right? Maybe I'm too tired and I want to do 15 minutes with this. I might do that. Anyway, we might do that. I'm not sure. The last time I did like 2 hours. Okay, so I'm putting all my stuff away here. We don't need all this now. I'm going to put it away. Get the hot water. I hope this works. I'm going to get some really hot water. And my goal is to place it inside of the hot water. Let's see if that works. This is some valuable stuff, so it better not mess up my concoction. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of my hair things right here. And it doesn't matter if you get really specific about how hot it is and all that stuff, because it's inside of the hot water like that. This doesn't have to be perfectly hot, even though I would like it to be hot, and you choose to do what you want to do with that to make your conditioner hot. Because I'm going to end up heating it in my hair anyway. I'm going to do that technique that I told you about. So it's okay if it doesn't end up being perfect, okay? So right now, I'm going to just keep it in this to just sit and wait for me to be ready. If the moisture of the water at the bottom seeps up to the top, that's okay. If the water rises up and the steam steeps in, that's okay because this is conditioner. Conditioner can have water in it, right? So I'm gonna let it do that, sit there. I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna do 15 or 30 minutes. I'm gonna come back with the next video and I will come back with it already washed out, okay? Ready to put on my conditioner, all right? I'll see you later, bye.